All right, y'all, ladies, I'm here to help y'all today. I got 4 types of men that godly women should stay away from. As your big brother Rudy, I'm here to help y'all, okay? And please don't get mad at me at some of these types. But today, ladies, we're talking about 4 types of men godly women should stay away from. And the first type is gonna be the bad boy. Yeah, I said it, the bad boy, ladies. And I know what the bad boy is, because I've been the bad boy. I grew up around a bunch of drug dealers. I grew up around a lot of thugs. I was around gangsters. Like I lived in the hood before. I grew up around all of this stuff, right? So I know exactly how those guys are because I was one. I got a whole lot of them in I grew up around it, right? So I truly understand this mentality. And I understand, ladies, you like the bad boy, this and that and this. But I'm here to help you. Stay away from the bad boy. And the reason is, one thing of the bad boy is, for one, his mind ain't really on leading a woman. His mind is on some type of fast life, right? It could be the drugs, it could be drug dealing, it could be street life, right? His mind is not on leading you. His mind is on the thrill that he gets from the lifestyle that he lives. Trust what I'm saying, ladies. I'm your brother. His life is on the thrill. Certain things that I used to do, I used to get a thrill from it, right? I used to get a true thrill from that, but understand what it could do. Let me give you a story. I remember one time I went to college. Now, again, I shouldn't even went to college, right? The way that my life was going, but somehow God got me in college. But when I got to college, a couple years after I got there, I started talking to this girl, and I thought she was a good girl. She was a good girl in my eyes, but I was doing bad things even in college, right? I was doing things that I could have got locked up for. And what I had in my mind was, this girl is too good for me. And I know y'all might feel a way about that, but the girl, to me, she was too good for me. And what I mean by that is, she was a good girl. She didn't do bad things like I did. I was selling drugs in college, right? I'm gonna just be real. I was selling drugs in college. I was messing with a lot of women in college. It's so many things. I wasn't doing my work when I first got to college. This is my undergrad, right? I was so many things that I wasn't doing right, that could have got her caught up, right? She could have got caught up with anything with me. Now, I wasn't the worst guy, but this was college, even before college. Matter of fact, I remember when I was selling drugs back in the day, and my girl was with me. My girl was in the car with me when I was doing this stuff, man. Anything could have happened to her, man. I could have got stopped by the cops. I could have got into a lot of nonsense. You get what I'm saying? My mind, yeah, I wanted to be with her, but my mind was not set on being the man that she needed me to be, because I was too caught up in this mindset or whatever it is that I was trying to go to, right? Another thing with the bad boy is, the bad boy can be a player. Yes, that's a fact. The bad boy could be a player. How? How can he be a player? Because a lot of girls like him. And trust this, I noticed. I lived it, and a lot of my cousins, a lot of them had this type of lifestyle. And a lot of girls like them. They liked us and me and my friends. You get what I'm saying? So you don't want to get caught up in that, right? Somebody playing you, cheating on you, don't have the faithfulness that you need. They don't have the self-control that they need. They don't have their mind right. Their mind is not on God. That doesn't mean that this man is a bad man. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is, his mind is not focused. His mind is not, he's not thinking ahead of him when it comes to a family, when it comes to leading, when it comes to loving, when it comes to protecting his family as a whole. His mind ain't on that. His mind is on that lifestyle. And that lifestyle can ruin your life and your family's life. And I'm not saying this to down those guys, because again, I lived around it, did certain things that happened. But to tell you the truth, it could have led things into a bad way if I had stayed into that, right? And even then, it could have got the woman or the women that I was around in trouble. It had them mad. It had them doing crazy things, trying to cut my tires, trying to crack my windshield, trying to key my car. All of that, ladies, get out of that. Trust what I'm telling you. That's not what God wants for you. Godly women, man, make sure you got a man that's following God. All right, because the bad boy ain't it. I'm just keeping it real. All right, I love y'all. And that's the first sign. Stay away from the bad boy. All right, number two, ladies, is gonna be the churchy boy. And I know y'all will be like, what, the churchy boy? Well, he's in church, isn't he? Look, what I mean by the churchy boy is that he's churchy, not godly. So this man is churchy. Pay attention. Make sure that you have discernment because this guy is a churchy boy. So that means his lifestyle is just church, not God. And yes, that may be a little bit hard to see, but you got to understand it. So always make sure that you ask God to show you this man's spirit, to show you the truth in this man, because his lifestyle, his mindset could just be church. And someone who just lives off of church can seem like it's godly. So you got to be careful as well. Make sure that that man's mindset is set on God and not just church. Yes, it's good to go to church. I'm not saying it's bad to go to church. Please don't get mad at me. What I am saying is he is a churchy boy. His whole lifestyle and culture, his convictions is towards church. His mind is on what is good with church. He is led by the church, not by Jesus. He's not in his Bible heavy. He's not willingly trying to walk and move in the spirit. You don't see that much love in him. You don't see him moving and being convicted by the spirit. And you don't see Jesus in him fully. But you see him in church. You see him in church activities. You see him with the church. You see him thinking about the church all the time. But his mind is still worldly. That's what I mean by the churchy boy. So stay away from that boy. Stay away from that type of guy. And make sure that you stay prayed up and ask God for discernment so that you can clearly see, because the enemy can get you tricked like that, all right? And I know it happened to a lot of women, so y'all be careful out here, all right? Number 3. Y'all gonna get mad at me about this one, but number 3 is the nice guy. Please don't get mad at me, all right? Understand what I'm saying. The nice guy, right? The reason why I'm saying the nice guy is because y'all got to pay attention with that as well. I always tell people I'm not the nice guy, right? And I'm going to say it. I'm not the nice guy. I don't mean that I'm not nice, but I'm not that nice. My mind is more about being kind. God never told me to be nice. When you look in the Bible, he talks about being kind. Nice is surface level. Kind is beneath the surface. Nice is me opening a door for you. Kind is me putting myself to the side for you. Nice is me buying you a cup of coffee. Kind is me giving you my last. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference between surface and beneath the surface. So be careful with the nice guy as well. And I'm telling y'all this because it's hard to see. That's the reason for this video. It's hard to see. So stay away from the nice guy because this determines that man's motive. A nice guy is going to always just be doing things and saying things that seem nice. He's a real nice guy. Let me tell you something. The enemy is a nice guy. The devil is nice. Right? He is antichrist. He is portraying to be something that he is not, right? The devil has to portray as something. It's like a mask that's on him. You get what I'm saying? So he seems a way, but he's not a way. See, the devil tries to seem good, but he's not loving. Jesus is loving, even though he didn't seem good at times, because even people in the Bible got mad at him because they thought that he was not being a good man. He was the best man, right? The most loving man, but they even got mad at him. This is why they wanted to crucify him. But I want y'all to be very careful. Please stay away from the nice guy. Doesn't mean a man can't be nice. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the man that's going to do anything to get you. The man who is going to manipulate and use and people please, which is a mask because he's not really this guy. Make sure the guy that you are with is really this guy. It is no mask. The things that he is doing are from his heart. It's because it comes from the goodness of his heart. It's not just to get you. It's not just being nice to someone and then he change up when he leave and go somewhere else. But someone who is following God, someone who is kind at heart, someone who is who they are, they don't just be something and then just change. Jesus is the truth. He stays the same. So make sure that you are paying attention. And that is the reason why I brought this type of guy up. Be careful and stay away from the nice guy. Ask for discernment. Ask God to show you the truth. Okay? I love y'all. Number 4 is going to be the money user. Right? Now, the reason why I'm talking about the money user is because now in our today and age, everybody is just money, 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 money. And I need y'all to be careful, ladies. Stay away from the money user. When I say the money user, I'm talking about the guy who uses his money for everything. The guy that's over here portraying it, I'm such a provider. I'm a provider. I can do for you. I got all of this money. He seems like the wealthy guy. Yes, he may have a good job. Yes, he went to school. He may even be a drug dealer, right? It doesn't matter. Be careful with the guy who uses his money, right? You don't see God's goodness in his heart. You don't see righteousness. You don't see integrity. You don't see good character. You don't see love. You don't see selflessness. You see him using money to make you happy. You see him using money to get out of a situation that you probably got mad at him about. He's using this money to try to make you feel good. Please don't be confused by money. Don't be used by money. This man looks like a high value man because of money. Be careful, because God looks at the heart, right? God looks at the heart. He doesn't look at what you have. He looks at who you are. And he wants us to do the same thing. Don't let today modern philosophy try to get you confused, thinking that money is this. I've seen videos and in comments and stuff where women are thinking, if a man don't got money, he not a good man. I've heard that. What kind of nonsense is that? God ain't say that. Matter of fact, Jesus wasn't rich when he came here. Jesus looked like a poor man. Jesus wasn't on a horse. Jesus was on a donkey. There's a reason behind that. You understand what I'm saying? Jesus does not want us to choose money. So please don't be confused by money and what a man has. And if a man is using it, there's a difference between a generous man and a man using his money. You get what I'm saying? Please don't be fooled, y'all. And make sure that you stay prayed up and ask God for discernment and show you the truth and to change your heart. Don't be led astray. Don't be confused. All right, y'all? All right, so those are the 4 type of men that godly women like y'all need to stay away from. All right? It's from your big brother. I hope y'all took this information down. I hope you wrote it down. I love y'all, and I'm going to get at y'all when I get at y'all.